Subpoenas have been served to Anthony Fauci, who is the White House chief medical advisor, to other officials in the Biden administration, and to 5 social media companies for allegedly colluding to suppress free speech. The plaintiffs in the lawsuit are Missouri Republican Attorney General Eric Schmitt and Louisiana Republican Attorney General Jeff Landry, who alleged that Biden administration officials worked with Twitter and other major social media networks to suppress truthful information on a number of topics, including COVID-19. One of the examples cited that was Fauci held secret meetings with scientists. These scientists soon began discrediting the theory that the COVID-19 virus came from a Chinese lab. At the same time, Fauci, who has repeatedly expressed skepticism about the alleged lab leak theory and whose agency funded research at the lab in Wuhan, communicated with Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg about how to handle COVID-19 information on social media. Last week, U.S. District Court Judge Terry Doughty ruled that the case was allowed to proceed to the discovery phase of the trial. Fauci was told in the request to identify every worker in his agency who has or is communicating with a social media platform regarding content modulation and or misinformation, to identify all such communications that he had, and to identify all meetings he had on the matter with social media platforms. He was also asked to provide all communications with Zuckerberg from January 1st, 2020 to the present, as well as all communications with platforms related to the Great Barrington Declaration. The manifesto proposes a different COVID-19 strategy than the White House, which Fauci and his former boss, Dr. Francis Collins, have criticized publicly and privately. Discovery requests were also sent to White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre and to the former Disinformation Governance Board Chief Nina Jankowicz, to Jen Easterly as the director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, and to agencies like the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and to the Department of Homeland Security. Third-party subpoenas were served to Twitter, YouTube, Meta, Instagram, and LinkedIn. These media platforms must provide documents including all communications with federal officials by August 17th. Former White House spokeswoman Jen Psaki said at a July 2021 briefing that officials are in regular contact with these social media platforms and that we are flagging problematic posts for Facebook that spread false information. This is tantamount to an admission that social media platforms and government officials colluded with each other. Schmitt, a Republican, said in a statement, "We will fight to get to the bottom of this alleged collusion and expose the social media giant suppression of free speech at the behest of top government officials."